All right, family, I'm gonna play this song, this theme music for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna come in. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Go to my new channel and subscribe to that one also, and like the video. Y'all come on in, family. About to get it popping. Drop out. Be king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown. All right, family, make sure you go to the throne of King Jah Power. Go subscribe to their channel. That's my brand new channel. Okay, if you want to donate to these live streams, you could go to my Cash App at $JA Power 718. Now, y'all know I told y'all I was coming back tonight. We going to do the origins of vandalism and looted African artifacts. And we going to dive deep into it. And, who was responsible for, destroying, the ancient world. You see what I'm saying? Because it wasn't just, Africa, even though that's what we going to be talking about tonight. Just like we done the videos. I didn't go live. I should have went live with them. Where I done, the Romans in North Africa. You know what I'm saying? And this another piece of it. You know what I'm saying? So we going to be dealing with the time period around 500 BC. All right, family. So we going to go ahead and get it popping. So, tonight, we're we're going to be mainly dealing with the African, Holocaust and how it happened to the peoples of the African world with these invasions. Now, too many times we let people come around us and we don't know their intentions. You know what I'm saying? I was reading, I think it was Dr. Ben the other night, and he was talking about that. Now, when you look at these, the Monolith Turks, you see what I'm saying? And all these invasions that happened in this land, they brought a lot of, destruction and devastation, okay? So if you look right here, you looking at them in the temples, changing the color of the people. You know what I'm saying? You will be able to see later on in this presentation where they, don't identify, with the people, but then you see them, they done took, blocks and built from the pyramid to build mosques. And like I said yesterday, if that shit was yours, you wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So under the cover of restoration, they going in there changing the identity of the people. That's just facts. You know what I'm saying? We got to look into this. Now look now, because we got some stuff to read, and I want, the people to see what it is. Now, we're going to go right here some more. Look at them under the cover of restoration. They going in there painting on the temples. You know what I'm saying? These people, if the African tell you, what they say on the wall, and the man change it, you never know what it originally said. Okay? But you got these people that swearing they, Egyptians are trying to make it seem like the ancient Africans is their ancestors when we know they not. You know what I'm saying? They, it's just tourism for them. It's just tourism for them, to the point where they don't, care about, the necessary temples, the upkeep of the temples or whatever. They just going in there trying to keep their narrative going so the Egyptian government could keep making money. Because what's the main attraction in Egypt? You know what? If it wasn't for the pyramids, there wouldn't nobody visit because it's a desert. Okay? But they in there changing the pictures around, from making them light skinned, taking them from triple black to caramel and white looking or whatever. And we going to get into that. Now, let's move. Again, same thing. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's white people that's running, the images to us on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like we was talking about last night. But see, this them actually in the temples changing. You know what I'm saying? Under the cover of so-called restoration. Make sure you thumb up this video, subscribe to this channel, okay? Same thing, because we just warming up. We just warming up. I want the people to come on in here. Come on in here. You know what I'm saying? Again, in the tomb, painting, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be able to, go down in there changing nothing. You should leave it, exactly the way that it was, even though it's been, tore up from the flow up, from jump. You know what I'm saying? But when, if you uncover a temple and you see damage, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be able to go on there and restore nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just leave it the way that it is, because you don't know what these people in there changing. It might have had, one symbol on it, and they'll go in there and change it to a whole nother symbol. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You will never know. How you gonna know? You know what I'm saying? But they in there changing the color of the peoples on the wall. Okay? That's what they doing. Now, you look right here. Same thing. Look at that. She painting. You know what I'm saying? She painting because, she done got a permit to go in there, and be able to restore. Now that shit costs a lot of money, and that's why, brothers like Asa Hill, when he started going over there, he was having to pay, hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying, that he got from African Americans and other diasporas to pay for these deeds. You know what I'm saying, brother Carl Anderson. Carl Anderson. You know what I'm saying? But they over there with the ASA project, you know what I'm saying? And they, in Nubia right now. You know what I'm saying? Restoring the temples now. Black people doing it, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? If black people doing it, that's one thing. But when another people come in there and do it, you don't know what they changing. They could be changing anything. You know what I'm saying? But see, having other people being, over your land, you ain't no telling what they doing. You know what I'm saying? So let me keep going, cause we about to get heat up in a minute. Cause I'm just showing you. Now this what I was talking about yesterday. Now they were sitting up there. Ashrock Quasi took a group to the Nile Valley, and they was at the temple at Abu Simbel, and the damn Arabs was over there chiseling out a whole relief to sell it to some museum. And I'm going to get into that, how many artifacts that done been stolen. It took it to all Berlin, the Oriental Institute in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? All different places around the world. But see, when you got somebody else that's the ruler of your land that don't care about the monuments, don't care about the artifacts, because they not them people and they not related to their story, you know what I'm saying? They'll sell you anything. They took a 70-foot relief of, with how you Anubis opening up the door to Osiris. Which one is that? I forgot the name of that relief, but y'all, it was cut up into pieces, and Wallace Budge bought, half of it. You know what I'm saying? But he thought it was all, one scroll. Come to find out, they done took the scroll and cut it up into pieces. You know what I'm saying? And selling it individually. I'm going to show y'all that shit too. So they damaging the monuments, bro. They over there. What is he doing? He over there under the cover of so-called restoration. You know what I'm saying? He don't care about them damn monuments. Okay? New secret reveals discovery of Heliopolis, Egypt, the most ancient capital. Okay? Egyptian and German Egyptologists, we were just talking about them German archaeologists the other day, have been working for 15 years to uncover these ruins of this city, the city of the sun worship and Marian religion, east of Cairo. This month, they revealed the remains of one of its temples belonging to the king Nicobotane I. Okay? And so, under the cover and the guise of Egyptology and restoration, they go in there and start changing artifacts. If the first person that go into the temple, right, whatever they see, if they change it, how would you know you changed it if you wasn't the first? They changed it if you wasn't the first person to go in there, okay? And see now, look, the German archaeologist mission was operating at Marietta Archaeologist Area. Announced November the 5th, a new archaeologist discovered is consisted of its parts of the western and northern facade of the temple of King Nicotambo I, 3080 to 3063 BC, located in the center of the great temple of Heliopolis at Marietta, east of Cairo. Okay, now remember this temple. Now I told y'all all the new discoveries in Egypt pop up on my phone. You see what I'm saying? But see right here it says, in Lower Egypt, come down to the bottom, including the blocks that represented the nome of Heliopolis, in addition to the blocks and the nomes in the Lower Egypt, and the Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, Mustafa Wazari, said in this statement. Hold on, let me get to it. Now, y'all remember, I told y'all them Arabs was saying, now hold on before I even get to that. Yeah, we'll go to this right here. We'll just go on to that because I got the other piece, what I was just reading, coming up next. Now, this little boy right here done went over there and scratched Chinese symbols, you know what I'm saying, and Japanese symbols and spray painted all over the temple of Amun-Ra. The Egyptian government didn't know it till he got home and he put the shit on the internet. Now, I'm going to show y'all the origin of vandalism because we going to get into them vandals in North Africa coming soon right here. Thumb up this video. Hit some of them hearts. Hit some of them, hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? But hit that like button so the people can see it. You know what I'm saying? These is the topics that I be wanting to, go in on because people don't be doing these. Now look right here. You see right there, some Frenchman or Italian or something in 1887 done chiseled into the pyramid. And I'm talking about when you go to the pyramids, you know what I'm saying? When you go to them pyramids, it's people from all over the world that tattooed their name, Jane, Bob, Bill, that tattooed their name in these pyramids. Dr. Ben say they do that shit because they jealous. You don't go up to the big ass, memorial of Lincoln and shit and see people where people done scribbled all on it and chiseled their name in it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make these monuments gonna last for eternity. And they know if they scratch their name in the shit long after they dead, like these people from the 1800s, you know what I'm saying? They gonna be able to be. Remember, but that's fucking vandalism. You know what I'm saying? Just like if we went up to the White House right now, you know what I'm saying, and scratch, John and Ray, we from the east side. You know what I'm saying? They are, spray paint your name on the Wailing Wall or some shit, or chisel your name in the Kaaba. They'll shoot you down before you even, get the chisel out. You know what I'm saying? See, they only disrespect this shit. If it was them, they wouldn't do that shit. If it was any other people, you know what I'm saying? They would not do no, silly mess like this. Because this is very disrespectful, man. That shit hurt when I see shit like this. Because it's supposed to be, even though, it's not in its glory and in its heyday. But imagine what it looked like when it was. You know what I'm saying? But even in this desecration, it will blow the mind, of most people. Hold up. Let me get out of this. Thumb up the video, family. Subscribe to the channel. Again, somebody else, done went to and spray painted or something and stained up this relief right here. You know what I'm saying? Again, these is people. That's why the Temple of Isis done been closed since day one, because it's one of the most pristine temples in the Nile Valley. Okay? And so, just like when you go to Edfu or the Temple of Colombo, you know what I'm saying? Them temples is, wide open to the public. So, when the guides and shit walk off, people might ease off, and go do some devilish shit. You know what I'm saying? Go chisel a piece out to take home and sneak it back in they shoe. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to shoot you down if they catch your ass stealing in the motherland. You know what I'm saying? That's just like if we go to George Washington grave, and kick the shit over. Bet you wouldn't like that shit, but you can go, y'all people, when y'all visit the Nile Valley, respect the shit. Don't go over there kicking shit and scratching your little raggedy ass name, Billy Bob, in the damn, temple. You know what I'm saying? Because, you're not going to last forever. You know what I'm saying? But these temples will. You know what I'm saying? So when when you go, respect it. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you could climb all the way to the top uh, of the pyramid. They won't let you do that shit today, because guess what? You go up there, you going to see where people been, scratching their name in the shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Uh, Real life Tomb Raiders, Egypt's US $3 billion smuggling problem. You know what I'm saying? Now, I told y'all yesterday, they be stealing from Egypt. And when all them artifacts that's in the British Museum, which I'm going to get into them in a minute, and all them other museums in Berlin, you know what I'm saying? They got stolen African artifacts. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to, the Africans trying to get them back, but you don't know if them the real ones or what. When authorities seize a diplomatic pouch at the port of Naples, they weren't expecting to unearth a plot for more suited to be Indiana Jones movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, yo, they be going over there. That's what Indiana Jones about. Art thief. You know what I'm saying? Stealing. You know what I'm saying? This pouch was discovered in March last year. Here an electronic assortment of Egyptian antiquities and colorful pharaonic mummy masks, nearly 200 small artifacts, and more than 20,000 coins. More than 20,000 coins. The loot had been stolen from Egypt, and it was clear that a powerful and connected individual were involved. The smuggling of antiquities is a trade nearly old as the artifacts themselves. Okay? But that don't mean you gotta steal the shit though. For the Egyptian trade escalating, you know what I'm saying, since the spring, social media made it easier to access hidden treasures. The crisis has been so bad it can be seen from space imagery and archaeological sites before and after they were looted, showing a massive crater in the ground where the artifacts had been stolen from. And there had been big money involved, and the U.S.-based Antiquities Coalition had been established that since 2011, the U.S. $3 billion worth of Egyptian antiquities. So the Americans got $3 billion worth, if not more than that, of African artwork. Okay? And so they stealing. So again, here you go again. This is a recent one right here. This was February 2021. It said, looting, plundering, and more cultural treasures have been faced claim of theft. You know what I'm saying? That been looted. You know what I'm saying? Now, art thieves typically conjure pieces to rip from the walls of world-class museums, and while art heists take place frequently, they are not the only means by which priceless treasures are taken. Throughout history, masterpieces have been plundered and looted. Okay? Yeah, now that's true. You know what I'm saying? But it's only, an invasion of African artifacts. See, they don't, when you go to any museum, they not going in there to see them little naked Greek statues. You know what I'm saying? They going in there to see the Africans and the Indians. That's what they be going to see. Because, if you in the museum, you done been conquered. You know what I'm saying? Because they wouldn't have the shit any other way. Now look, here go the Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone is displayed in London after being discovered in Egypt in 1802. The Rosetta Stone, a granite stone etched with 3 ancient Egyptian scripts dating to the 2nd century BCE, has been considered one of the greatest artifacts of all time. The secrets it revealed about ancient languages, in particular hieroglyphs, have been discovered in 1977 near Alexandria, Egypt, by a Frenchman. It was given to the British after a Frenchman surrendered in Egypt in 1801. Okay? So they done had this shit for damn 300 years and shit. They done had the Rosetta Stone when you walk right in the British Museum. This the first thing you see. They got this shit right at the door. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you go in there, they got the Rosetta Stone. Thumb up this video, family. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell. You know what I'm saying? We want to go, you know, and find out where our shit at. You know what I'm saying? And who took it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know who took your shit, you wouldn't even know that it was yours in the first place. So let me click out real quick so I can go to this next slide. All right, here we go. Now, we got something to read right here. Thumb up the video, family. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to turn up in a minute because I got some ill shit I want to show y'all. Hit one of them hearts. Hit one of them hearts. Now, the King Ransom still out there. The King Ransom still out there. You know, every subscriber got a chance to win $1,000. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. I can see it. I'm watching. I'm watching. And so, look right here. Former owners of such stolen works are getting prized possessions back that can be tricky to involve decade-long legal and political ordeals, where the cases are involved in allegations that work were looted during the war and plundering with conquest. I told you, if you in a museum, you done been conquered. They ain't asked for it, they just took it. Okay? The process of retrieving these pieces can be long and difficult, and even in many cases unsuccessful. Okay? And if they send it, you know, some African artifacts back, or, you know, I ain't seen where they done stole shit from the Aborigines. You know, the real Aborigines in Australia, you know, in the South Pacific. They got their artifacts in there. But they ain't asked for it. They just took it. Okay? In the list below surveys 20 works that were subject to be claimed that they will have been looted and plundered and stolen by other means, by no means comprehensive, and to include the works of looted by the Nazis. They was looted by the Nazis. So the Nazis went into Africa and colonized and was stealing shit too. You know what I'm saying? When they pulled up with the skeleton coast or whatever, they was finding raw diamonds in the sand. You know what I'm saying? They was finding raw diamonds in the sand. The Nazis. Okay? They still got weapons, you know, buried in Africa. Okay? So look right here, the great artworks of Benin. Let's blow it up. Okay? A catchy of African artifacts is stolen in a raid by the British soldiers in 1897. Okay? In 1897, James Phillip, an unarmed British member of the trading expedition, visited the kingdom in Benin in modern-day Nigeria. Okay? So they stole these bronzes. It's over a couple thousand bronzes that they stole. Now this one right here, that's the Oba of Benin, which is the king, is the ruler. Okay? Now they repatriating some of these artifacts, but we got to make sure they are authentic. You know what I'm saying? Now, the Nefertiti bust, you know, it's fake. Okay? But, you know, it still was stolen and took into Germany in 1913. You know, and I do a whole video on the Nefertiti bust. Now, listen to this. In 1897, James Phillip, an unarmed member of the trading expedition, visited the kingdom of Benin in Nigeria, and believing on the expedition he was going to interpret a series of rituals taking place. The king or the chief reported to the kingdom's ruler or its Oba, okay, had Phillips, his overman had Phillips and several others killed. 200 African porters were also slain in the process in retribution, with British soldiers sent to take artifacts from the kingdom, okay, in an attempt to weaken its reign. Now, y'all don't understand the artifacts have powers. You know what I'm saying? Like in Ghana, they got the golden stool. Now, when the British went into Ghana, the whole time they chasing them through Kumasi. They chasing them, all through, Jamestown, all through goddamn Ghana, trying to take the golden stool from the Ashanti people. You know what I'm saying? See, if you get, that artifact like that, you got the spirit of the people. You know what I'm saying? And the people submit, you know what I'm saying, a lot quicker if you got, some of them artifacts. Okay, now look. Now those your artifacts is in the Metropolitan Museum, the British Museum, and other institutions around the world. Now, many in Africa have demanded that these institutions return these works, and possibly the most notable call of these kind came out in 1977 for Finesse Tag Festival in Lagos, where the ivory mask acted as a symbol for the event of Netherlands and Nigeria. Are still awaiting the return of most of these artworks and bronzes of Benin. The Igbo Museum of West African Arts Museum due to open in 2025 in the city of Benin. Okay, so they trying to get their artifacts back, get our artifacts back to Benin, because they understand the value and the importance. Just like when Killmonger was standing, at that glass, and that museum curator walked up and she was like, she trying to explain the artifact. He was like, your people stole these, right? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, as soon as he said that, she immediately, security, you know what I'm saying? Because she knew what he was trying to say. Y'all stole this shit. And I seen where one of the brothers went to that, the museum in Berlin, you know what I'm saying, one of our Nigerian brothers, and walked right in there and just took the shit back. Picked it right up off the stand and took the shit back. Okay? Here go a gold sarcophagus removed from Egypt in 2011. So they still stealing. You know what I'm saying? They still stealing. And so you look right here, it says for a newly recovered Egyptian sarcophagus from the 1st century BCE that had been brought for nearly $4 million. So they out here, trading and swapping and selling, because they call, when you in a war, these is called spoils of war. You know what I'm saying? Just like when a basketball team or a football team win the Super Bowl, they give them a trophy, something to a ornament. You know what I'm saying? To remind them of their triumph, okay? Of their triumph. You see what I'm saying? Egyptian monuments reside in over 39 museums around the world. Ancient Egyptian civilization is one of the most mysterious and startling and mind-boggling civilizations in world history. Hundreds of Egyptian artifacts are displayed around the world in various museums. Okay? So, they got, a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, that don't belong to them. Okay? They got a lot of shit that don't belong to them. Again, if you in that museum, you done been conquered. Okay? So here goes some more shit they got. Okay, the British Museum is a ancient Egyptian collection from the Sudan holding over 100,000 artifacts. 100,000 artifacts. It's one of the largest and most comprehensive found anywhere in the world, rivaling only the one in the museum in Cairo in Egypt. Okay? So how is they got just as many artifacts in the British Museum as in the one in Egypt? That don't make no sense. You see what I'm saying? That just like, if the Nigerians had all the little, whatever little French artifacts they got, and they got them in the, museum in Nigeria. That's backwards. You know what I'm saying? The artifacts is supposed to be in the land that they found in. I see where they trying to get France to send some of them obelisks back that they stole. Rome need to get the one back that they stole. You know what I'm saying? Need to get the one back that they stole right here. Let's see. Now, I told y'all yesterday, King Tut be on tour. And other ancient Egyptians be on tour right now. You know what I'm saying? Touring exhibit 2019 to 2023. So this brother King Tut gonna be on tour for the next 4-5 years. The scheduled to open 2021, the Grand Egyptian Museum will tell the story of 3,000-year-old ancient history of 100,000 artifacts in the new museum will also find a resting place of Tutankhamun. Now these brothers is gonna be on tour. You know what I'm saying? These brothers, they gonna need a router and shit, and need a dressing room or whatever. This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? These brothers, need to be resting in peace. You know what I'm saying? While they in the other world. Now listen to this now. Chicago U.S. Department officials on Thursday, they had signed a new tougher mandate of understanding with the Egyptian government to protect Egyptian cultural artifacts from looting and theft and trafficking. During the brief attendance by the Arab News, officials said the MOU replaces the strength of a 2016 agreement between the countries, which was the first of its kind in the region. Okay? So they having to have conferences and sit down on all this trafficking and shit that they having in the Nile Valley from stealing. So all these different people coming from around the world and stealing from the Nile Valley. Artifacts was taken from the Egyptian antiquity site are trafficked through Europe and the Gulf, and there was a surge in cases in the aftermath of protests in the Egyptian Revolution in 2011. The U.S. is a major market for such stolen items, okay? According to the State Department, for looting, theft, and trafficking of Egyptian cultural products continue to be an issue with the United States. So the United States is one of the main places that stolen African artifacts end up. Okay? The U.S. and they all over Europe. You see what I'm saying? And the U.S. or the Europeans don't be charging the art thieves and shit, for those thefts. Long as they don't get caught. Now, if they get caught, they have to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Okay? Because you don't got caught. If you don't get caught, then boom, that was a successful, Indiana Jones mission. Okay? Enhancing the agreement between the U.S. and Egypt to prevent antiquity trafficking. Okay? So they stealing. Now look, this Zahir Wise, we was talking about him yesterday, the former curator, of the antiquities of the Cairo Museum. They done got, one of the sarcophagus back. This the one they was talking about. That gold sarcophagus that they was looking to get back from America. Okay? And this is a major problem that's going on in America right now. Now look. Hold on. I gotta get right where I was. We should go here. Boom. Here goes some more. Here go the British troops take a gold crown during the capture of Malika in 1868. See what I'm saying? That's the Ethiopian crown that they stole from Ethiopia in 1868. You see what I'm saying? And right now, Abiy Ahmed and them right now trying to get this, these artifacts back. Because it don't belong to them. You know what I'm saying? Don't belong to them. I thought they said we ain't had no history. But we got to argue and go through peace treaties and shit just to get our artifacts back. You know what I'm saying? If they was who they say they was, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have to steal artifacts. You would already have some. But being that you came from wherever you came from, you know what I'm saying, out there ice, you don't have no artifact. All they could think about was eating. You know what I'm saying? If you had a survival aspect you're not going to be able to create nothing. In 1868, troops captured Makeda in the battle that was part of the larger attempt to overthrow the Ethiopian Empire. As they ransacked the fortress, the soldiers took various riches, including an ornate gold crown that was believed to have been commissioned in 1740 by the ruler's son. The crown is now on view at Victoria Albert Museum in London, which faced a call of return of various artifacts in 2007 and in 2018 for Ethiopia. Okay, on the view, a special presentation is devoted to Makeda artifacts reviewed and attention was. And so they done stole and stole and stole and stole. But then you can go into your local food line, a motherfucking Piggly Wiggly, and pick up a Snicker, you know what I'm saying? And they'll lock your ass up. But they can steal priceless artifacts and don't get in no trouble. Okay? So here goes some more. You know, this is the Bangwa Queen. It was acquired by Germany, stolen. They talking about acquired, stolen by Germany. An agent heads to Berlin. You know what I'm saying? 1897, between 1897 and 1899. They done stole this shit. You know what I'm saying? They been stealing. You know what I'm saying? Once they steal these artifacts, they got the spirit of the people. It'd be easier to conquer. You know what I'm saying? Now, a Senegalese sword was seized by the French in 1839 and currently resides in this French State Museum with 90,000 other objects from sub-Saharan Africa, one of which is a sword formerly belonging to a military leader, Omar Sadouk Tall, who was once ruled the Tuchlear Empire, which encompasses parts of the modern-day Senegal, Mali, Guinea. In 1893, Tall's son Abdullah was defeated in the battle by the French, and the sword was stolen from Africa and taken to this museum. So they took this brother's sword and took it to, you know, Berlin, took it to France or wherever, and now they got it on display again. If we ain't had no history, why you taking all our shit? Okay, so again, they talking about that same artifact. Damn, look right here. It says Franklin would sell works at an auction in 1990, where it was brought for a record number $3.4 million by the Diaper Foundation, which still owns the works. You see what I'm saying? That shit was, you know, that little ass statue was sold for $3.4 million. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me come up because we got to get the rolling. Let's get to the Vandals now, family. Now, the Vandals now, them motherfuckers, they came into Egypt. And I mean, anywhere they went, they just tore the whole shit up. So, this a map of the area of the bad history until they came to North Africa. Okay? They never had a history. So they went to the Visigoths and shit. They went to tearing shit up, defacing and all of this shit. When they say new kings would deface old kings, these pseudo fake rulers sitting on the throne in North Africa, defacing African monuments, stealing them, taking them, you know, selling them. They've been doing that shit since day one. Okay? So let me go right here. Hold on. Because I want to show y'all some of these maps of the kingdom of the Vandals. You see it? So they go to the kingdom of the Vandals right here. You see that they got other strongholds, you know what I'm saying, in Europe, but their main kingdom is in North Africa. where all the resources coming from. Okay, where all the resources coming from. So they ruled in the Mediterranean. You know what I'm saying? Which ain't nothing but the Romans, and I'm gonna show y'all that the Berbers ain't nothing but, the children of the Romans. That's all that they is. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm gonna show. So we go right here. Now this a Berber one. Hold up. Is this a? Yeah. So this a Berber woman right here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to show you. Early history warrants the name Vandals in later historical times was limited to two tribal confederations, the Hakkadines and the Silidines, Vandals. I guess that's Sicily, Vandals. In prehistory, it covered a greater number of tribes under the name Vandals, writing Jacobs. Okay, so these is the origin of the Vandals. So let me go right here. While the Vandals did sack Rome in AD 455, they spread most of the city's inhabitants and did not burn down its buildings, despite the negative connotation of their name carries. The Vandals conducted themselves in a much better during the sack of Rome than they did invading in North Africa. You know what I'm saying? See, again, and I'm gonna show y'all where they tearing shit down in Rome. So if they tearing shit down in Rome, and she's saying that they was much more less violent and less vandalist and shit when they was in Rome. Imagine what they did. They were just tearing that shit up. Okay? They were just tearing that shit up. Now, hold on. So here they go. The Vandals in North Africa. Look, tearing that shit up. Tearing that shit up. You can know it's North Africa because you see all them black people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was some black people in Rome, but it wasn't that goddamn many. That's Africans. The Moors. You know what I'm saying? Carthage and shit, fighting off these Europeans, okay? So they came in straight out the real, and you see the Pope right there ordaining all this shit. Enslave all infidel people, take all their artifacts and shit. That big ass obelisk right here, we gonna sit it in Vatican Square and shit and put a cross at the top. You know what I'm saying? Even though they say these antiquities is evil. This is what they say. They say the Egyptians is evil, but the Pope can put an Egyptian symbol right in the front of the most so-called holiest place on earth. Man, get out of here, man. They playing people. They just trying to get you to, again, them in North Africa. Look at them now. These vandals just going through raping, robbing, burning, and pillaging. Okay? Thumb up this video. Hit that little bell, yo, so y'all can get these notifications when these videos hit. You know what I'm saying? I meant to give y'all a heads up. I'm out to send out, a flyer tomorrow when we go live, okay? So hit that little, that heart right there. You know what I'm saying? Hit that little heart. Put your cash app in the comments. Put your cash app in the comments. See, won't you come up on something? Might get your teeth on something. Okay, again. The Vandals. Raping, robbing, pillaging, and tearing shit up. Everywhere they went in the Mediterranean. How you think you conquer? You don't conquer by being somebody's friend. You pretend like they they friend, and soon they turn around, you stab them in the back. You know what I'm saying? The most worst shit you could ever do. You know what I'm saying? Lead somebody into trusting your ass, and your ass ain't nothing but a thief. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but a thief. So, you look right here. Here they going wrong. Now, if they was doing this shit in Rome, and you knew it's wrong because you see the European statue, if they doing this shit in Rome, this shit look like America and London and shit. When George Floyd and shit died, motherfucker, we just tearing all this shit down. We throwing this shit in the river. You know, and we throwing this shit, we breaking this shit up. And that's what you do when you trying to change your system. You know what I'm saying? When you trying to change your system, you have to take down the icons and shit. Jesus and all of them, and burn that shit and take all the goddamn propaganda books that the nation got if you trying to change your system and burn them. You see what I'm saying? You have to, to take that, that'll be like we just take the Constitution and all them books in the Library of Congress and shit and burn it. That's how you change your system. Okay? That's how you do that. And so this ain't nothing but a revolution. These are Romans that displeased with the Roman government. And so wherever they was at, even in North Africa, they start vandalizing and tearing shit up. Okay? So look right here. The Vandals and the Visigoths were Mediterranean pirates, attacking attacking cities in North Africa for gold and other precious minerals. That's what they was doing. So, and I'm going to show y'all that even in America, you got colleges named after the Vandals. Okay? Named after the Vandals. So here we go again. There they go right there. The Vandals and shit. You know what I'm saying? I have to show you. So this the Berbers. This the white people that live in North Africa. And their ancestors been there since the BC time. Okay? Ever since the fall of Hannibal and Carthage. These the people that been living in Tunisia and shit like that. You not native. Ain't no such thing as no native white African. You know what I'm saying? Your people just invaded a long time ago, so there's a difference. Thumb up this video. Thumb up this video. Put your cash out down there in the comment. Might drop you something, okay? Because we still got that King's ransom going. Okay, so that's the myth of the white African right there. Go watch them videos. Now look, the Arab people, AD 600, Arab armies from the southwest of Asia entered into North Africa and Egypt, brought the Arabian language and Islam. Today, most Africans are Muslims and speak Arabic. Muslim leaderships allow in North African cities to become major centers of learning, trade, and craft making. And so they came, and brought that shit to Africa. You know what I'm saying? They brought that shit to Africa. They ain't just, pop out of nowhere like, the African be worshiping Jesus and Muhammad and shit, but they forgets about their own ancient traditions. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll practice it in the house out the viewing eyes of the public because they be ashamed of their own history and culture. So, not only is blacks in the diaspora in America and Jamaica is ashamed of their own African history, you got Africans that's ashamed of African history. Okay? You know what I'm saying? When we know African history is the most powerful history, it is history. It's the only history. Everything happened after the fall of the African kingdoms was in the dark. They brought darkness to the earth. You know what I'm saying? We had the light. When mankind was at its height, when the black man was in control of the planet. Now that we not in control of the planet is going into disaster. Why you think they keep having all these natural, catastrophes and shit? And, they natural, but they also man-made. If you stealing, minerals, too many minerals from the earth, you can cause earthquakes. You can cause tsunamis. You know what I'm saying? Polluting the ocean and shit. That shit gonna cause tsunamis. The earth is alive. So if you treat Mother Earth right, she'll treat you right. If you treat her wrong, she gonna destroy all the parasites also. She'll send a tornado through to kill off all the parasites in her body. So when a tornado kills millions of people, black or damn white or Asian or whatever, that's Mother Earth pillaging the parasites from her body. So these Visigoths, these goddamn Vandals or whatever, attacked the ancient Africans in North Africa. You know what I'm saying? And pushed them down into the south. That's why when you, again, Sheikh Anta Diop said, all 4,000 miles of the Nile Valley, you can go to all the tribes in Africa and they'll tell you that that's shines away from the Moorish warrior in the Libyan desert in the 6th century. Okay? So them the Africans, you know. Thumb up this video, family. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all share the video. Share the video. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want the live stream to continue, you going to have to hit that like button. Okay? You going to have to hit that like button. You going to have to put them little, hearts up there and all that. You know what I'm saying? Push this out there to the people because I don't see, what the topics I'm coming with. I don't see nobody. Then I can't find the shit, so I had to go do the video. So you look right here. What is this? In Idaho, you know what I'm saying? At Idaho University, they are called the Vandals. Okay? They called the Vandals, family. Okay? So, welcome to Rome. Welcome to Rome, okay? And I'm going to do a video. That's what we going to do tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Black people out here, the FBA Boule. Black people out here joining, Greek sororities and shit. You know what I'm saying? I be hearing black people say, oh, man, we the black Greeks and shit and the black Romans or whatever. But I'll be like, well, what about Africa, brother? I ain't no African. Ain't no African. But you will be a black Greek, though, and wear all them goddamn Roman numerals on your chest. You a goofy, okay? So, we in the land of Vandals and shit. You know what I'm saying? They tear shit up over here, too, when here go the logo right here of the Idaho University. The Vandals, there they go. Some brutes, some goddamn Roman goddamn soldiers, you know what I'm saying, coming to goddamn wreak havoc, burn, pillage, rape, rob, and do all type of immoralism, okay? This is what they do. These the facts. You see what I'm saying? Look. So they got you right here. You see what I'm saying? They got you right here. This is a depiction of a ancient Egyptian, a Nubian, being conquered by them same Europeans. And if he thought he was the European, like Hollywood tried to make you believe, why did they make a statue they done decapitated the ancient Egyptian pharaoh? You know what I'm saying? They stepping on their damn forehead saying we conquered you. You know what I'm saying? We got the light now. We got the juice now. That's what they saying. You see what I'm saying? But if he thought that was him, he wouldn't be crushing them up. He know that's the black man. He know that shit. He know that's the black man. Okay? But he don't give a damn about that because he feel like he done conquered the greatest people. And see black people everywhere and go to saying, man, shit, man, let's take a trip to Africa or something. Man, I ain't going to Africa, man. All them damn African animals and shit, lions and shit. I ain't going to Africa. But you go to Africa, this what you gonna see. You gonna see white Africans, white people walking around with African clothes on. Okay? Try and speak the language and all that shit. You can't get a nigga nowhere that was born outside of Africa that actually know some language. You might know some words and you can speak this and speak that. But you will go to Africa and see white people speaking Swahili. I'm talking about speaking that shit fluently too. You know what I'm saying? But you African, he ain't, but he know your culture better than you do. This what the hell going on. They got the whole world backwards. Okay? They got the whole world backwards. They done flip black people inside out throughout the world. Okay? So look right here. This the Grand Master. He wanted to talk to y'all. Nothing that was ever brought into Africa from the outside was ever meant to do Africans any good. That means all over religion, Islam is the handmaid of Arab imperialism. Christianity was the handmaid of European imperialism, the Hebrew faith was the concept of a chosen people. So nothing from outside that was brought into Africa was ever meant to do Africans any good. They was only coming to rape, rob, plunder, steal, kill, and enslave. That's all they was ever coming to do when it come to black people throughout the world. You know what I'm saying? I read Napoleon yesterday. He said we supposed to stomp blacks out wherever they is. If they in our area, we supposed to stomp down on them, keep them economically deprived. Don't let them ever understand the importance of the concept of unity. Always keep them, wanting to, kill and shoot and shit at each other. That's the plan. And black people today, throughout the diaspora, even in Africa, sitting up here doing murderous, egregious things to each other. Okay, so you done fell into his clutches. Once you start doing that shit to each other, that shit, you done fell right into his plan. The statues that the media like this are hidden by museums and ignored by the media. Okay, because they know who this is. They know this ain't nobody else but African people. That's why soon as the Vandals came in, what they started doing. Bam! Grabbing statues, throwing that shit on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And I show some video too on another presentation when we come back to this. Because the more we doing the black Greeks and shit, the FBA Boule, that's what we doing tomorrow live. I'm going to be in probably about 7:30. I'll put out the flyer for y'all can see. You know what I'm saying? And so that right there was the end, family. Make sure y'all thumb up this video. Subscribe to this channel. We need our fucking African artifacts back again, because that's our power. You know what I'm saying? That's our power. That's how we are able to, rejuvenate just by touching the energy. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you can feel the energy coming through the glass in them museums. That's just facts. And so, family, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit that little bell so you can get that notification. Go over there to my brand new channel at the Throne of King Jah Power. Subscribe there also. Like all videos. Jah Power.